All right, so if you started watching me because of this guy, don't worry, I'm going to be doing some more work to it soon. I've got parts on order, and going to be working on the turbo setup here real quick. But the main reason for this video is I've got a new project. This is kind of my project row over here, but so I picked this up about 3 years ago. It's pretty rough. It's kind of a deal I couldn't pass up, fell into my lap. I had someone call me. They needed this out of their yard at a very reasonable price, and so I scooped it up. The story is it sat in his yard for 5 years. It ran when it's parked. Sat in the yard for 5 years with no top, the windows down. So it's pretty rough. See, it's full of leaves and debris, and the seats are wasted. Basically, everything's pretty rough on it. But it is pretty complete. Supposedly the motor's good, but after that much time, who knows? I haven't tried to do anything with it. When I towed it home, it was actually really close to my house. I was able just to flat tow it. And I put in gear just to see if the motor was locked up, and it spins. But that's the extent of the diagnostics I've done to it. But my plan is to use this guy as a test bed for all the products I make. A lot of the things I do have already been, used on vehicles and proven, but I have a bunch of new stuff I'm going to come out with. So I'm going to pull this thing in pretty soon and get it cleaned up. First of all, make sure that the body is worth using. From the outside, it looks okay. The passenger side is worse. I'm pretty sure it'd been laid on its side at some point. Both the flares are ripped off. I believe there's some Bondo in this. This has definitely got some Bondo in it already. That's broken. This door's pretty bad. You see it's kind of caved in and got a bow to it. It's rough, but these things are old, and the price has gotten so high on them, it's worth saving in my mind. So get rid of these ugly bumpers and get it cleaned up. I have a pretty clear vision of what I want to do with it. Something a little different. I don't want to do the typical spring over or YJ spring swap, or I haven't fully decided on the suspension, but I want to keep it fairly low, probably at about a 3-inch lift range, somewhere in there. And then I'm sure it'll end up getting the electric lockers at some point, and like a 6.4 transfer case. But I want to keep the tire size pretty moderate, probably 29 to 30 inch range. And I want to build it to be a daily driver, and also quite capable. If the motor ends up being bad, I have a swap that it's pretty unusual. I'm probably gonna do, and I'll share that down the road when I get I don't have the motor here right now, but it's definitely gonna be something you haven't seen before, and it should be pretty powerful. So yeah, so this is something that's gonna be going on in the background, and I'll share a lot of the stuff I do with it. But just wanted to give a heads up of what's coming. Also got a bunch of work to do this. And this will probably happen sooner because we actually need this. This is the only pickup we own right now. Well, I take that back. I have two, but This is my wife's baby. She's had this for close to 20 years, I think. And it runs and drives. It's a good little truck, but the tires are super old and rotten. I don't trust driving it right now. So I'm trying to figure out what tires to put on it. And then it's got a 2-inch body lift I'd like to take out. At one point this truck was quite a bit taller and had 38s on it before she owned it. The truck's local to the area where I live, and I'd actually worked on it before. It had 38s and more lift, and so it's got 572 ring and pinions in it. So I'm looking for a set of good 410 third members to throw in it, put the gearing back to stock. Just make it more of a useful daily driver. It's a nice little truck though, it's clean. The body's totally straight. It needs a paint job, but besides that, it's solid. I love this little truck, runs great. It's got the original 22R. It's got a Weber that's tuned really good. It's got a, can't think of the company now. It's got a header on it. Yeah, the name is escaping me right now, the company, but it's got new exhaust. Yeah, like I said, it's a good little truck. It just needs tires and re-geared, because comfortable cruising only goes about 50. So it's not for highway use. But yeah, so keep your eyes out. I'm gonna be doing a lot of work to this guy. Yeah, this is my work truck right now. It needs a ton of work too. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it yet. But so you might see this on the channel as well. Anyway, that's just a little update of future projects and stuff to come. Thanks for watching.